Hello and welcome back to my little cottage corner of the internet. Goodness, it's been a long few weeks. It's been a minute since I've updated you. Let's try that again. Hi and welcome back to my little cottage corner of the internet, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Emma and I post videos around here that have to do with some of my various adventures and endeavors. I also share my art, stories from my personal life, and occasionally commentary on various topics. But yeah, today's video is gonna be honestly just a pretty laid back haul sort of video. These are all just some little things that I got while I was out today for the house and for the cat. I don't know, I figured I would show you what I got and also just chat a little bit and update you on what's been going on my end, because it's been a minute since I've uploaded anything. So that is what we're gonna be doing. I'm pretty sure that the last video I uploaded was the video where we got our cats, which they're doing great. We've had them for about a month. This is the first time I've ever had cats, so I don't know a ton about them like I know about other pets. My mom is very allergic, so I got a few things for them today. First thing, I got another litter box. So right now, we have 2 cats and only 1 litter box. From what I've learned online, you should have 1 for each cat plus an extra. So this is gonna make a total of 2. I'm gonna get another one, but I want them to get used to having this one first. And honestly, I don't know where we're gonna put the 3rd one. It's fine, I'll figure it out. Along with the cat litter box, I also just got some cat litter. I've been trying different kinds of litters to see what they like. More cat food. This is the kind that they have been liking a lot. Both of the cats are right here actually. And then the last thing that I got for the cats is just a little comb. This is a flea comb specifically. They don't have fleas, but I wanted a brush of some sort. The other brushes there were just very wiry and looked like they would be painful. So this has a more blunt tip. That's why I picked these specifically. We will see. I haven't tried brushing them at all yet, but I've heard that that's supposed to help with hairballs. Do you want to say hi? So this is Dr. Mambo. Hi, baby. And then Ollivander, Ollie, is right beside me. You want to say hi too? No? So the next section is like bedroom stuff. I have a new sheet set and then some pillows. So these are the pillows. I got 2 of them. And then I also got this really pretty sheet set. And then the last 2 things, some little votive candles. They're dark gray. I will either use these to make other candles or I will use them just as decor as they are. The nice thing about these is they were marked down to $2. The last thing is just this really cute little earring. It was marked down to $4.20 because it's just the one earring. However, I have, oh, what is this called? Cartilage. I have a cartilage piercing. It's just on the one side, and so that doesn't bother me. What I think I'm gonna do is feed the cats and then get some of this stuff set up. So I've been putting it on these little plates. Gosh, that's a lot of light. I've been putting them on these little tiny plates that come in sets of dishes that I have no idea what they're actually used for, but they're perfectly cat-sized. That makes them less likely to accidentally throw it on the floor for the dog to get. They're gonna come running. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I should just do the laundry. I'll do the laundry first since Harper is so comfortably laying here. So yeah, I guess life updates. It's been a lot recently. Life has just been hard recently, and I'm trying to let myself feel negative emotions instead of telling myself I shouldn't feel bad things, if that makes sense. I've talked a bit about how I've been dealing with chronic illness and how it has gotten significantly worse recently, particularly in the last 6 months. Honestly, there's been it's a lot. There's been a whole lot to it. I could never articulate everything that I've been thinking and feeling. It's crazy to watch your body fail you in some ways, especially at 22. I took for granted a lot of things like standing and walking. The last couple of days have been really good. I was able to go fossil hunting yesterday at the creek and that was fun. I went shopping today to like 4 different stores, which is great, and I didn't have to use my cane because my dizziness wasn't so bad today. That was really refreshing. However, that's not the norm recently. I really do hope that it becomes the norm again, to just feel normal, healthy. I have kind of made peace with the fact that I probably will never go back to the same normal that I once had. It's not my fault. It's not that I'm not trying hard enough or working hard enough to prevent things from getting worse. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes you just don't win the genetic lottery. And of course, it's important to do those things, prevent deconditioning, and to give yourself the best chance that you can. But the flip side of that is sometimes you can do all of those things and still feel really not well. And that's kind of where I've been up to this point. I also, it's hard because there are things that I can do, like physical therapy and medication and stuff like that that I can do to improve my quality of life. I want to do those things, but it's really hard because insurance doesn't cover any of that until you get a formal diagnosis. And to get a formal diagnosis for a lot of these things, I've had to see specialists. That's a whole process in and of itself that is long and not very simple, and it takes a lot of effort. And even then, insurance can be really tricky. We don't have all the answers still, and like that's really frustrating. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm hopeful. I am a bit pessimistic, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I am just so tired of having to push and fight so hard just to be functional in society. People can't just see it on the outside. I do a very good job, I think, in most situations if I want to mask my symptoms. It's really easy for me to do that because I've been doing it for a long time, and I didn't even realize what healthy was supposed to be like until very recently. But with that being said, I finally have a diagnosis, and it's a really good starting point. Like, it feels very validating to know I'm not crazy, I'm not making it up, it's not my fault. It's just happening, and they don't know why, but you know what? They can see it at least. They diagnosed me with something called idiopathic sinus tachycardia. I thought that what I've been dealing with is called POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I'm still not completely convinced that it's not POTS, but the difference between POTS and IST is so minimal, and treatment is the same for both, that it's kind of like it doesn't really matter. So regardless, they can see that there's a problem and like treat it, which is like really cool. And that's the first time in a while that I've felt encouraged along this journey. My doctors have been wonderful, and they believe me. They understand that something is wrong. They just couldn't see it for the longest time. Like, they could not quantify and take note of it clinically for a really long time, but they can now, and that's been really encouraging. They were able to prescribe a medication, and it's called ivermectin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what it looks like the pronunciation should be. I am still waiting to get it because insurance is being a pain, as always. Even though I was diagnosed with this condition by an accredited cardiologist from a reputable hospital chain. Hopefully that'll be resolved soon, because I'd love to start taking that and see if it helps. Even just having a diagnosis and knowing that I'm not crazy, like, that has made such a difference. And it's only been a few days, but it's like, just that validation has meant a lot. When you're so used to just no one knowing that there even is a problem or what that problem might be, it's like really discouraging. So even just having some insight has been really nice. So these are the sheets. I will link these down below because they're really pretty. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but in case you're curious. They're from Walmart. I never know what to do with the little bags. Like, are you supposed to keep them for storage? Unpopular opinion. I do not like having a top sheet. Maybe it's a little much, but I like it. So I put it on sideways. I probably should have gotten king size pillows. I just don't care enough. Now I fix the sheet. have this really cute little earring holder. I got this off of Etsy. I'll also link this down below. Again, not an affiliate link. I just love this. I like this a lot. I'm very visual. Just has all of my, these are just the studs, clicker rings just on the string here. So the last update is not an exciting one. It's pretty disappointing, honestly, but I didn't want to just keep filming and get questions about it because Evie has been a big part of my videos, especially my commentary videos. She would sit with me a lot to film those. The short version is Evie went to a new home, and I will get into the reasoning for that in just a minute, but I do want to make it known that she went to a really good home. This home has 3 kids and another mini Aussie. Well, he's not a mini, he's a full-sized Australian Shepherd. She's gonna have so many more friends to play with. They have a fenced yard where she can just run around. It's something that was not a very easy decision, but knowing that she went to this home specifically has given me a lot of peace. I'm very much so of the opinion that you should not adopt animals if you cannot take care of them. I am frankly kind of ashamed that we're in this situation because I feel very passionately about the responsibility behind having pets, and it was not an easy choice, and I'm not happy, but I know that it is the right decision. I was probably Evie's 4th or 5th home. She's been through a lot in her 3 years, and that was another reason why I didn't want to make this decision, because I wanted to be her forever home. She's not had a great situation for her entire life. Probably we were the best situation that she's had in her entire time being alive, and the thing is, it just wasn't enough. We could not provide her with the exercise and stimulation that she needs. Aussies need to be able to run. They have a lot of energy, and that is just a completely normal thing. Our yard is not fenced in. I don't know when we will have the finances necessarily to do that. I knew that going in, but when I adopted Evie, I was not struggling nearly as much with my health. And it's to the point where a lot of days it's not safe for me to drive anymore. So whereas in the beginning I was able to take her to the dog park so she could run around and play with other dogs, that became impossible pretty quickly. I'm sure you've been able to tell if you've seen any of the videos with Evie. She's a very social dog. She loves attention and interacting with other people. She's not like Harper, who is very much so independent and likes her space. And I mean, I think a lot of that is the age too. Harper is 13, but Harper also didn't really want to play with Evie, and she just wanted that interaction with another dog and not just with humans. Harper pretty much just ignored her. I think that that was really hard for her, but also it's not fair to her for her to be in an environment where she is unable to thrive because of my shame, my unwillingness to make a hard decision that will benefit her and me in the long run, because she's got a lot of energy, she jumps, and she would jump on everyone. But again, as my health has declined, my joints and my balance has become less and less stable. So I was falling over because of her jumping on me. I don't blame her. I tried my best to work with her, but she just has so much energy and nowhere to funnel it. It also became apparent as soon as we took Evie to her new home that Harper was much happier, much more confident and energetic. Granted, Harper has always been the only dog in the house. She is interacted and played with lots of dogs, but she's never had to share her house with another dog. So in the first place, I probably shouldn't have even taken Evie, but I felt really bad for the situation that she was in and for my friend having to get rid of her, and I wanted it to work, and so I was impulsive and offered to take her. It shouldn't have had to be that way. Like, it's not Evie's fault, and I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that she had to go through another massive life change. But I'm confident that this new home is the best place she could possibly be. And it's like, you know, how much of this could I have planned for? You know, I couldn't have known that my health was gonna just plummet to the point where I can't leave the house. I was taking her to the park 2 or 3 times a week in the beginning, and it's just, I think there's a level of it that I couldn't control, but also a level of impulsivity that I should have considered more. All of that to say, life has changed a lot, and I felt like it would be kind of weird to just hop on and not give any context to what's going on. I also wanted to address that we just got cats as well. That's something that my husband and I have wanted to do since we got married. We got them before we realized we were gonna have to find a new home for Evie, actually. I feel the need to justify adopting more animals when we just had to rehome Evie, but I think there are a few differences. One, Ryan and I decided this together. It's something that we both wanted and have wanted for a few years. It wasn't an impulsive choice. With cats too, their needs are a lot more centralized to inside the home because we keep them inside of the home, and they don't need nearly as much space to run around. They have the whole house, and that is good with them. That's something I'm much more capable of managing on my own as opposed to what Evie needed. And again, it's not fair for me to keep her cooped up if there's a place she can go where she can run and be happy in the way that she deserves. I'm looking forward to sharing more like science-based and history-based, that kind of stuff, but I also will be sharing a bit more detail in regards to my health and what that has looked like, what that decline has looked like, what the experience of going through specialists and trying to figure out what's happening has been like, because it's been a lot. If you're curious about anything, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any suggestions for things that you would like to see in the future. With that, I'm gonna love and leave you. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Look at that queen already on the new pillows.